Hey guys, this is Coach Derek, co-host of the Soapboxing Podcast. Man, ever since I found this Anchor app, I tell you, podcasting has become a lot simpler and a lot easier to do. They distribute the podcast over several platforms, and you have to do no work. I tell you, man, if you're interested in doing podcasting, you need to download the Anchor app. That's ANCHOR.FM. You can get started today with the Anchor app and do whatever your heart desires.
Hardware, man.
Some trainers say, and some fighters say, "Well, I don't watch videos of the guy fighting. I let the coach watch it." Hey, man.
Guys, one thing we know for sure about Wilder, he hit you clean. Right, and this woman whooped the whole world twice. The whole world.
Good morning. What's the dang deal?
What's
going
that?
on, Coach? Man, you got your Halloween mask on already? Take that shit off, bro.
I'm a werewolf every day.
I woke up trying to be funny this morning. What's going on? Facebook, Instagram. It's your boy Manny Fresh. We got Coach D. It's another episode of Soapboxing Podcast out here in Houston. And today we have none other than Joe George Jr. And your name's almost like a tongue twister, my man. George Jr. Say that 7 times. Well, thanks for coming on the show, man. How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain. Blessed. Hope you guys.
That's what's up, man. Well, yeah, you in Houston?
Yeah, I'm home. I'm in Houston.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I see that sun, man. Well, it's Halloween, man, and it is Saturday. We're kicking off the second day of this great weekend of boxing, man. What do you think of last night's fights, Derek? Let's start off with Marlene's. While you're talking, I want to go ahead and share the screen. See a couple of the highlights from last night, but it was some good stuff, wasn't it? What do you think about?
Well, I tell you, man. Joe is a stablemate of Marlene, so he may have in-depth analysis himself. As far as I go, I was at my son's game last night. They won 45-0 over there
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations.
At Rose Stadium, but I wasn't gonna miss Marlene's fight, so I put my DAZN out in my earbuds and I'm paying attention to the fight while they play football. But
how'd your son? Before you get to the fight, how'd your son do? It was 45-0. What's the name of the high school? I always have a problem pronouncing that school.
Peyto, the Panthers. Yeah, out here at Katy Cypress line, right there.
Shout out to Peyto Panthers. And
they did good, man. They did good.
Tyler Collins, what number is he? 42? If I'm not mistaken.
82.
82.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler.
I seen out the gate that Marlene and her squad was training for something specific for this gal. And for me, it started out kind of shaky because she was getting hit a little bit. But after the first 2 rounds, I felt like she started settling into her fight and took over. And you might could have gave that gal 1 round on the back end, but you couldn't, you'd be hard pressed to give her anything more than 3 rounds. So it was a dominant performance, and I think, I don't know if it's rust. I don't know what it could be. You see how Quentin let that boy hit him a couple of times when we started out. But all in all, I think she was professional, man, and showed her class and really dominated the second half of the fight. So there's no argument that she won. Plus, she got a little gritty later on too. She showed some grit first, and then she got gritty in the end, went to boxing and feeling herself. So that was my take on it. How about y'all?
I thought it was a good fight for Marlene. It was a good win. I think, we talked about this. It was a must win for Marlene. You felt she really had to come out and put on a show. I'm not gonna lie. I got kind of worried in the beginning. I saw the output from this other girl she was throwing some punches, and by the end of the fight, it sort of evened out as far as how many punches were thrown. And so Marlene went in there. She did the job. She got the job done, got the win, and it was a good win for her. And we'll see what's next for her. So congratulations to Houston's own Marlene Esparza on a great win last night.
Joe, what did you see,
represent?
Joe?
Can you hear us, Joe?
He changed studios. He relocated home.
Joe, can you hear us? And
you got him on mute.
No. Do I?
I see the mute.
Oh, there it is. No, he got himself on mute.
Joe, turn your mic on, bro.
Y'all can hear me?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the segment that we call Coach Highness segment.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Let's get your take on that fight last night, brother.
Yeah, I feel like kind of what you said. She started off kind of slow, but after the second, third round, she got in the groove. But it's a lot of Marlene that you guys did not see, like from where she was from her last fight to now. The training camp, what she's been learning or sparring, and it's like that she did not show. So with that being said, and it still was a dominant performance. So there, like, if you guys could, she showed a few times in the fight, but not like when training and sparring. Once you guys see that, man, it's crazy. Like, she's a whole nother Marlene. But that fight was great. But you guys know a lot of what she's been working on.
Well, she anytime your opponent comes to fight, it's a good performance because she had something to overcome. That girl, Hughes Bella, was trying to win. She was trying to win. She was coming. So Marlene did what she had to do to win the fight. She dug down and started fighting. And once she got in a groove, the other girl I think the class was the class was evident. So whatever it was that wasn't ginning out the starting blocks, she figured it out and went to taking care of business. So I was proud of her, and being in Houston, I'm rooting for Houston regardless, and I've been rooting for her forever. So she took care of business, man, and I believe that was a title eliminator, right? WBC banner, I think.
Yeah, it was for a title eliminator.
I tell you, that's one step closer to getting back in that ring.
I think so.
With the other girl, you know what I'm saying? You go get that title now you get to demand some fights. One thing it tickled me was when Teofimo, when he was calling out Lomachenko years ago, and he said, "Come on, let's do it." Lomachenko said, "Man, I ain't no reason to fight. You gonna win the title." So he went and won a title, and they went in and took care of business with him. Well, once Marlene gets that strap and she starts calling for Sunisa, hey, let's run it back. What you gonna say?
Yeah.
Because I'm a champion, you a champion, let's get it going. So, and regardless of who you thought was winning that first fight, the official thing was they cut. They stopped that fight, right? The cut was why I went to the cards, right? If I'm remembering.
Right.
So she's got the explanation for why that stopped. You know.
Yeah.
You don't know. Yeah. You don't know. You don't know if. This one thing I like about George, man. He probably don't even know I'm a fan, but this is what I like. They had an English coach, man. He was Irish, but his name was Ames, and he said a fighter needs to have, and I'm gonna fuck up the quote, but it don't matter. Y'all gonna get the gist. He said a fighter needs mobility, rhythm, flexibility, and if he can punch, he brings his own fucking judges. Yeah. And that's what old George brings, man. It don't matter, man, because when you sat that boy down, that blind head, I forget his name. He had his hair dyed blind that second fight. But you went on and slept him and got him out the way. And so, you know, I love that. I love that aspect of the game too. You know, so Marlene gets them old straps, call old girl out, let's go. Hey, I was cut. Anything could have happened. Let's run it back. What I'm saying is, once she get a strap, she got grounds to demand. You know what I'm saying? And dog. And she says no. And I'm a Sunisa fan. I like her too, right? She can box. That girl can box. But once you get that strap, look, there it is. There it is. Watch this old uppercut. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Joe. I seen that you seen that like 2 rounds before that. Because you was chunking that lead uppercut. I seen that you seen that, man. He just, his dumb ass came right over there and bit it. But I'm going to tell you something that I would love to know. Marlene, we love you. Keep banging, keep winning. Joe, what was the difference? I seen a clear night and day difference in that kid's ability that you fought. From the first fight to the second fight, he clearly had changed. And you don't like to say style, because motherfucker ain't gonna change his style in one fight. But he definitely thought, you know, I like to say them pity pat mitts, man. He definitely thought he was gonna come forward, throw 4, 5, 6 fights, 4, 5, 6 punches, and that was gonna work. Did you notice that when y'all first started fighting in the rematch? Or did you feel he fought the same?
Nah, he didn't fight the same. Actually, last fight he was more aggressive, and he threw more punches. This fight, I see he changed. That's a good trainer. So we knew once we found out he was changing trainers that he was gonna try to get him to calm down and try to box.
Okay.
You know? And we was to do better fighting the way he fought the first fight instead of trying to box.
Whole lot better.
If you try to sit and box with me, it won't be the same. You will have better chances coming in and punch. Yeah. So when we knew he was gonna come in that way, he came in that way. All right. I know, and the judges scoring, I was really shocked because in my mind, in the round as I was fighting, I was like, I won each round. No doubt in my mind. Now, if you want to go to outworking, you can say he was outworking, but how can you outwork somebody? So if you can win the fight just by just punching more than the other guy, okay. Is that boxing being the effective punches, showing who's in control of the fight. If the punches are hurting that guy, You got to look at all those things. I was never hurt, and